Hello everybody. Today I'd like to review a Baby Banter from Civivi. I have two of them. One has wooden scales and a blade coated in black, and the other one has G10 scales and it's a stone washed blade. They have a tip carry pocket clip and they're very small. The steel is a Nitro V steel. Let's do the dimensions. In a closed position, it's around 3 inches long, or say 8 centimeters. And when it's open, it's around 5.5 inches, or 14 centimeters. So I like this size and the design of this knife. For many people it might be a bit small, but for my medium-sized hands I think it's perfect. I like the finger choil on this knife. It gives me full grip. You can see it. And I can hold it very comfortably in my hand. It also acts like as a safety. When you close it, the blade doesn't cut into your finger. The blade length is enough for me. Oh, I didn't measure the blade length. Let's see. It's about 2.25 inches, and the actual cutting part is around 2 inches. In centimeters, it will be about 5 centimeters of cutting part and around 6 centimeters in total. So the blade length is enough for me, for my needs. I usually only open envelopes and boxes. The liner lock has a small jimping, and it's very easy to access. The jimping on the spine is very nice. It's not sharp, but keeps your finger in place. It has bearings, so it's very smooth. I like this knife. It's very light and it just disappears in my pocket. I used to carry it for a long time before I replaced it with something else. So there are a few things I don't like about this knife. First is the steel. I don't know why Nitro V doesn't last long for me. It loses the sharpness very fast, like 2 or 3 days, and I need to resharpen it because it no longer could cut through envelopes. I don't know why. I sharpen it. I used to sharpen it with a Work Sharp Precision Adjust tool, and I followed YouTube instructions until it could pass a paper cut test. And I also stroke at the end. I don't know why, 2 or 3 days, and I needed to resharpen it again. The other thing I'd like to mention is the jimping on the spine. As I mentioned earlier, it's nice and keeps the finger in place, but normally, like, if you need to do something tough, like, for example, me, I naturally place my thumb a little bit higher than the jimping itself. So the most part of my thumb is on the, not on the jimping. So if the jimping was at least until here, it would be much better. But I think it depends on the person and the use. But for me, yeah, it could be better. Other than that, I like this knife, and I think it's a good knife for around 50 or 60 US dollars that you can buy if you don't mind resharpening it often. But then you might not use it as often as I do, or you might not use it to cut through envelopes as often as I do, because I do it daily at work and at home. So I think cutting through envelope is like it's like doing a paper cut test every time, and it doesn't last long. I don't know why. Paper, I don't know, it just loses the sharpness. But if you don't use it for cutting envelopes every day, maybe you won't need to sharpen it very often, because it doesn't need to pass a paper cut test to do the other job. Like boxes, it will cut through boxes for a much longer. So depending on your needs, I would still recommend this knife. Oh, and before I finish, I'd like to show you the watch I'm wearing today. It's a Trasca commuter in 38 millimeters. I bought it recently, and I'm probably gonna review it later. Thank you for watching. Until next time.